All right, so let's go ahead. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna just start. Let's come off the left lead, come around the bounces, and we're gonna just catch the little vertical here, okay? And I want you to just jump in and we're gonna figure 8 over it, okay? So you're gonna jump it off the left the first time and then turn right and stay on the inside of the red, white, and blue and come right around the red and yellow here. And then jump in and then turn left. And when you turn left, I want you to turn left in front of the little one stride here, okay? And then ideally I want you to come on the inside of the bounces and try to shorten up your turns so that you're really working on the bend and the connection on a circle, but you're not worried so much about having to balance. I want the circle and the bend to help you engage him. Okay? So the first couple times till it smooths out, make the circle large, and then as he gets better, try to tighten it up by making each side a little bit smaller. Okay? Small enough that you're not causing a problem at the jump, but it's not so far away and open, okay? Good. Now create a little bit more energy here. So go a little forward, go a little back. Good. Now widen your hands a little bit and think about being able to keep him a little bit softer in the corners of his mouth, Carie. It's not that he has to be on the bit, but he has, there. That's a better canter and balance, okay? Now really focus on the straightness and the rhythm. Straight, rhythm, straight, rhythm. I don't care. Good. Now turn right. Good. Good. Hands a little wide, elbows at your side. So you're working on the canter. Bend him a little left and then straighten. Good. Now look left. Yeah, good. And then bending and turn. Good. And then on the open side of the circle here, think a little counter bend, okay, on each side. Stay tall, tall. That's okay. Good. Now bend him a little left. Good. Inside leg stays on. There, like that. There, good. Tall, tall. Good. Now get your lead. Good. Now bend him a little right. That's okay. Bend him a little right. Open that right rein. Push his, there. Then his canter gets a little bit more even. It's okay. Good. Now left. There he was just a little bit behind your leg in the turn. Did you feel that? So don't create more speed, just think energy. That's a little long, right? So focus now. Yeah, bend him a little right. Good, bend him a little right. Good. There, now open your shoulders. Open your shoulders. Yes. That's it. Good. Good, now a little left bend. Now, this is a good position, but as you get closer to the jump, open your shoulders. Open. Yeah, that's the idea. Good. Once more off the left, turning right. There, just so we're engaging him. Engage, 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 engage. Tall. That's okay. One more time. There in the turn, you found out you got a little bit stiff in your elbows. Once you've made the turn, the arm doesn't need to soften, it needs to relax. Now relax. Yeah, you feel the difference? Good. Now supple him, bend him a little right. There, keep the canter, keep your leg on, that's okay. Leg on, leg on, leg on, leg on. There, now soft. Yes, good, and walk. Good. And that's okay to get deep like that. You just don't want to feel like you're falling forward in that balance, right? It's good for him to have to be quick there and work, but you also want to make sure you're staying right over your feet, right? So as that distance comes up, think about you, instead of being a little bit here, because he is a stiffer, older horse, he kind of talks you into being a little bit like this, right? And so it's not that I want you to sit down and pull on him, but you have to think about engaging his hind legs, which the reason we're doing a little bit of the counter bend is it starts to make that inside hind leg of his work a little better. So then his canter didn't get so unrhythmical, right? As he was going around, it started to feel a little bit softer because he's starting to engage that inside hind leg, right? Because he canters a little bit, sometimes a little like this instead of true. And so you have to make sure that you're not going to the reins to fix that. You're just creating a little better connection. So let him catch his breath, and then we're going to play with these bounces a little bit. And then we'll kind of put a few things together here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump it, okay? Right lead over the little vertical. Then your inside turn to your bounces, okay? And then you're going to do a right turn, okay? And skip the vertical, but go right around the back side of it. And then come jump through the bounces the other way, okay? Off the right turn. And so the bounces are short, but again, he needs power, but he needs to feel like you're not letting your body get here. I want you to be soft, but I want you to feel like you're soft and you're doing this instead of feeling like you're doing that. Does that make sense? So you have to think about each jump that your feet are underneath of you, and if you were to, when he's landing, you want to feel like your feet are level to the ground, okay? So that it's holding your upper body a bit more open and allowing him to jump up to you. Even if you don't like the distance you've gotten to, okay? Good. There, that's a good canter there, Carie. With your leg. Yes. Now get your lead. Look. Look, I don't care. Keep going. Keep cantering. Keep cantering. Keep cantering. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Now turn right. It's okay. That's okay. Come do the bounces again. Because he was on the wrong lead there, you did a good job keeping his balance, but you need a little bit more support in your calf, okay? So come jump the bounces and then leg yield him when you land a little bit off that right leg to turn right, okay? And it's not that you needed a ton more energy, you just need to make sure you're supporting. There, now squeeze, squeeze. Yes. Now push him off that right leg. Good. I don't care. Now bend him and then bend him a little left on the rail here. Good. Now just come right up through here and then you're going to jump it the other way. That's it. Good. There. I like that better. Keep that right leg on. Right leg on. Yes. Good ride. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Really good. And walk. Really good. And then he landed staying straighter. Did you feel that? Really good. Let him catch his breath. Let me make this for us. I know. I was looking at it, I'm like, that's interesting. It's kind of what I thought as well. I was like, it could be worse, but... So this here is just a normal, like 1 to 2, okay? And it's, you know, from the oxer, 1 stride vertical, 2 strides vertical. And then this way it's 2 to 1, obviously. But we're gonna just put rails down. We're gonna make it a bit more of a gymnastic type thing. But I don't want you to ride it any different than you would if it were a combination at a horse show, okay? And the biggest thing is letting these poles do the work, okay? And so, ideally, we're gonna just play with a little bit of some turning, and then we're gonna play with some lines where we're gonna shorten and lengthen down this, and then we're gonna do a bit of some jumping and turning just to try to get his feet a little bit sharper and you a bit more aware of what he's doing in his hind end as he's going here, because he's a little bit like, he's wonderful, but he's a little bit, I want him just a little bit more looking for the jump and thinking about his feet. Yes. I know, and so when they're a little smaller, and I do think you need to start jumping them a little bigger at times. I just don't think it should be all the time. You know, I mean, he looks sound and he looks happy, but I mean, I think that you need to test sometimes making him have to work a little bit and just keeping him a little bit more in tune and fresh. Yeah, because he's not bad. He's just a little bit like casual about it. And I mean, I think it's also going to make him a little bit more awake. Like this, he's just like, this is easy, this is boring. So I want you to just focus on that. We're going to try to just make things a little bit harder where he has to be a little bit more aware and get your senses a little quicker in a smaller area, right? Because I know I can just say, here's a course and you're going to go jump in and it's going to be just fine. But I want you to think about what's happening a little bit more in a smaller area and be a bit quicker in your reaction time when something happens. Exactly. And it's because you trust him and he's good and you're good. And so, you know, if I just say, okay, go jump that line and then come jump this and then turn there, like you can do that all day long. But I want you to start thinking a little bit about having to make him be a little bit quicker when he lands. Like he's got to land and be like, okay, where am I going? But still paying attention. Okay, so what I want you to do now is we're going to do right lead, turn left, bounces, okay? So right lead over the vertical like we did, turn left, bounces, okay? Then you're gonna come on the inside here around the red and yellow and jump this oxer here, okay? Going towards the driveway. Then you're gonna turn right and you're gonna go jump down this line here. I'm gonna walk it and see what it is, okay? And we're gonna add a stride, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a stride and then you're gonna, I wonder if I can move, hold on one sec. I'm gonna move this out a little bit more because I think it'll make it easier for us to jump if I do. And then we're gonna come after the line, we're gonna come up through here and we're gonna jump this vertical again off the right and then hold them out in the turn to the bounces the other way, okay? So I'm gonna move it a little bit more so it makes your turn easier there. So you're gonna come off the right and jump this and then turn left and do the bounces, okay? Then you're gonna come jump this oxer off the left. Yep, and then you're gonna come around. Okay. Yeah, but stay on the inside. Okay, yeah, inside, jump this, and then hold them out to roll back to the bounces, okay? But I want you to focus on, as you're doing that with these turns, that you're not getting too backward, okay? You've got to keep thinking about keeping energy, but not letting his stride get longer and flatter, okay? And then after, yeah, and then we'll walk and we'll do something different. Let me see how many strides this is down this line. So it's a normal 5. So we're gonna jump down it and we're gonna do 6. But I want you to jump down in it and I want you to think about landing, getting the half halt so that the 6 is easy at the second. Don't jump in and add the 6 last minute. It needs to be within the first 3 strides so the last 3 strides are easy, okay? All right, whenever you're ready. Yeah, good. Now look left. Good, good. Now keep the energy here. Tall leg. Yeah, good. Keep going. Look at your oxer. Keep the energy, keep his pull up. Tall. Good. Legs on. Make sure he lands and you can ride him forward, but not running. Straight. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Hold him straight. Now look at this. Yes. Good riding. Good. Good. Hold him out. Hold him out. Hold him out. Get your right leg. Good. There. Now soft. Leg. Yeah. Very good. Walk a sec. So overall, I liked it. I think he's staying much straighter today than normal, which is good. The 6 here, he jumped in nice, and you added, and I thought it was pretty even, okay? Next time we're going to jump in, we're going to keep the 5, okay? And then we're going to come back. We're going to do the same thing again, but then after you jump the bounces, you're going to come and jump this oxer the other way. And then you're going to roll back left and you're going to do the 2 strides to the vertical, 1 stride to the oxer, okay? And then what I want you to really focus on here is that The only thing I could say a little different is that you hold him a little bit more out so he stays straight, because he came through the turn and you were aiming for him to be a bit over here, but then he landed with his shoulders a little right. He gave you a good change, but I think once he makes the turn, I want your arm a little bit more elastic at the jump. Does that make sense? Yeah, having to hold him, and then he kind of fell in. So focus on that feeling that when you come through the turn, that you're not, if you feel like you need to add a stride, that's fine. But make sure that you're not adding with him being, with you feeling like you're pulling back. Add by feeling like you can get the half halt and then you can push him up to your hand again. Okay? And I'm going to leave that small the first time just so he has to. So we'll do the same thing, and then you'll just roll back and do the oxer, and then turn left and come do the little gymnastic exercise there. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna just jump in with the same canter, and then you don't need to do much other than just close your leg for 5. You got the 6 pretty easy. So the 5 isn't gonna feel running, but you've gotta jump in with enough canter that you're not having to chase him down there in 5. Good, now a little bit more energy here. Keep his balance, there. Shoulders, yeah, good. That's okay, now look. Good. Now squeeze, good. Keep your position. Yeah, that's okay. Half halt, give. Yeah, good. Now close your leg. Yeah, good, that's okay. Hold him straight. Good, now bend him a little left. Keep the right leg on. There. Good, now be able to relax the arm again. Yes, good. Look. Now give. That's okay. That's where we just have to get his attention. Good, now look at your oxer. Yeah, good ride. Really good ride. Now squeeze. Good, that's okay. Now come do the 1 or the 2 to the 1 again. And so he jumped in, and he was really smart about the pulls. So you have to keep your leg on a bit more. Don't jump in with more pace. Just know you can close your leg a bit in there. And keep your arms soft. That's okay, make a circle. Good, now canter. There, keep his pull up. Little half halt light, good. That's it, good, Carie. Now squeeze. One more time. You feel how he's a little short? Coming in. He's got to jump in there with a little bit more rhythm, right? So once you've made the turn, be able to relax your arm and trust that he's going to move his feet. There, now keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Press him. Press him. Yes. Very good. Very good. So you got down this 5 pretty easy, yeah? Yeah, no, that's good though. And so just make sure that next time you jump in and you just stretch up a bit, right? And don't go to the reins so much. Just think, open the chest, let him have to understand that when you go to stretch up, that his balance has to come back to you there. That was good. Let him walk a sec. That was really good. And you almost feel how you can close your leg a little more in here, right? This way is going to feel a little easier because the oxer's carrying you in, right? But make sure that you're closing your leg a bit more in here.
Well, as soon as I actually listened to you
and
sat up and closed my leg and relaxed my arm and let him move.
Yeah. It was much better, yeah? Hey.
Okay, sorry. Do you need your horses heat done? The guy is coming out from the center, but he's going to have another person.
Oh, before?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it, how much is it? Does she know? Yeah, I mean, if it's not much more than like a couple $100 a horse, yeah, I'll have him looked at. I mean, for sure, Ollie needs to be looked at and probably my too.
She says,
okay, when is he coming?
She's trying to arrange it, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, tell her that I for sure will have Ollie done and probably my too. I mean, I think they were done probably 8 months ago, so they probably need to be done. They were done right before I moved, so. Okay, awesome, thanks, okay, bye. All right, let him catch his breath, and then what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna start left lead over the bounces, okay? And then turn to the vertical here, okay? Then you're gonna turn right, and you're gonna come do the vertical to the oxer in 5, okay? Then you're gonna come do the 1 to the 2, okay? And then you're gonna come back and you're gonna do this oxer this way. And you're gonna turn left and you're gonna do the bounces to, how do I want you to do this? No, sorry, you're gonna skip the bounces after this and you're gonna come do the oxer to the vertical in 5. Okay, and then you're gonna come do the 2 to the 1. Okay? So it'll be bounces vertical, 5 stride, then the 1 to the 2, then this oxer this way, then the 5 the other way, and then the 2 to the 1. Okay? Sorry, what was that?
5 stride outside line or 5 stride outside?
5 stride outside line, and then the oxer, and then the outside, and then, yeah. All right, whenever you're ready. Let me give you a little grab there. Good, that's a good canter. Watch that you can take and give on the reins. There, good. Good. Squeeze, look at the vertical. Sit in the saddle, good. Good, hold your position. Get that right leg on, good, there, keep him out. Don't let him run through you here. That's a bit too much canter. Yeah, now ho. 1, 2, 3. Yes, good, hold him straight. Look at this triple, you've got to keep riding and keep your feet underneath of you. Press, press, press. Sit up. Good. Hold them straight. Get the canter. Get your reins. There, now you're a little bit running. You feel that? Supplement give. He's getting a little strong. So move the bit instead of pulling back. Move it a little left. Move it a little right. Move it a little left. Move it a little right. Move it a little left. There. Yes. You feel that? Good. Move it a little left, move it a little right. There. That's okay. That's where he's just stiffening against you. So you have to land and be able to, instead of holding him, Carie, move the bit a little till he breaks off of it. Yeah, now squeeze, squeeze. You gotta put, yeah, good, that's okay. One more time through the outside line. He's being really smart there, but you have to open your chest and get him off the bridle more. Lift his ears up and give. Bump him up, give. Bump him up, give. And bring your chest a little bit away from him. Yeah, now press, press. Yes, that's the idea. Good, let him catch his breath. We're going to try it one more time to smooth it out. But you feel how when he starts to go, you get a little bit holding his mouth for balance. You've got to make sure that you feel like you're bumping him off the reins a little bit. So like in the contact, hey. In the contact, hey, stop. I know it's hot. You've got to think that you're doing a little bit more, hold the reins. Like you're kind of doing that. Yeah. You've got to think a little bit, hey, break him up. So you have that ability to do that in your arm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I lose that shoulder around that turn.
Exactly. So bend him a little bit to the outside, and then you can get that inside leg on him. Okay. And ideally, you want to bend him to the inside, but you can't. Because then if you do, he's not moving into the outside range. So take his neck just a little bit to the outside when you feel that, and just break him a little bit off the contact. It's not that you want to pull. You just want to get his balance back in front of you so you can put your leg on. Okay. Right? But if he's strong in the contact and you're just kind of holding him, then you don't have much options in front of the jump. Like you came through here and you got him soft, and then you had a beautiful jump down this 5. And then he kind of fell in again. And then it was hard for you to be able to come forward. So we're not going to do the whole thing again. What I want you to do is just come off the right lead, jump the black oxer going towards the driveway. Because I felt like you never really got his balance back, so your only option there was a little bit big and forward, which I don't mind, but I don't feel like I want you to have more options than that, okay? Then I want you to come do the red and yellow oxer and 5 to the vertical, and then come do your 2 to the 1 again. The 1 to the 2 is beautiful. The 2 to the 1 is hard because he's reading the poles, but it's making him have to move his feet and be smart. Then I can take those rails away and I can just say, hey, Carie, ride in there, and he's going to be really smart about his feet. Okay? So you have to try to get him a little bit off the contact as you approach that so you can come a little more forward. What's happening is you're kind of holding him, and then your only option is the deep distance, and then you're not able to ride him forward through it, right? He's having to reach for that second one. We want him to feel like he gets to that second one a bit deep with energy and has to work around it a bit more, okay? So come try that. And focus on that feeling in the reins in between the jumps, okay? Nope, you're good. Oh, it's hot. It could be worse, but... Yeah, that's good, Carie. But feel like you can go forward and you can bring him back. Yeah, good. Get your lead. Good, now go a little forward. Bend him a little right, bend him a little left. Bend him a little right, bend him a little left. Just softly. There. Now stretch up. Now ride the rhythm. Yeah, good ride. Sit up. Good. Hold your position. Yeah, now squeeze. Sit up. Good. One more time to make that turn better down that outside line. What was that? Yes. So lift his pull up and stretch up a bit more. There, like that. There, now ride. Yes. Yes, you feel the difference there? Really good. And it's just bringing your body a little bit away from him to get his shoulders a bit uphill, right? Then he left a little bit from a better distance and was able to make his feet be a bit better in between, right? Does that make sense? And so it's hard because he kind of lulls you into being a little bit here. And luckily you're tall and you got long legs, so it works, right? But you have to make sure that you're not letting him pull you out of balance, okay?
Yeah.
And other than that, it's really good. Okay. It's just focusing on keeping yourself open. It's not that you have to sit in the saddle and pull on him, but you just have to start to make him be a little bit more respectful of your body.
Yeah, I kind of get...
Yeah, well, we all do. We all get a little bit lulled over and letting him just kind of tote us along, right? And so we have to start to teach them that when we're here, they're going forward, and when we're here, they've got to start to want to come up to us naturally without us having to work on it.
Yeah.
And the more we do it, the easier it becomes, you know? And then all of a sudden, you just kind of bring your body back, and they start coming up without you having to hold on them, you know, on the reins. And it's going to take practice, but it's going to make it easier because then it's easy, because if you need to add and wait a little bit for the jump, you can, and the horse is still in front of you. Or if you need to accelerate, you can close your leg and they're in the right balance to accelerate.
Yeah. Well,
right?
because what's happening is exactly what you said, is like when I do come up, I don't have my leg.
Exactly.
I'm coming from this, and then I feel like I'm out of options because I'm like, shit, I need
Yeah.
I need you to
Be in front of me. Exactly. And that's just going to take practice. I mean, but he's jumping good. And I think you need to jump a little bigger than this occasionally and then just go back to making it easy so that, you know, you can work your way back up. I think he's pretty sound and happy. That didn't seem too much for him. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't do it every single week jumping big, but I think every couple times, every 2 or 3 times you jump him a little bigger, and then back off and just work on rideability and, you know, and accuracy, and then move him back up a little, and because it'll keep you fresh and him fresh, and as long as he's not making him sore, it's not going to do him any damage, you know. So, yeah.
Thank you.